7 reasons why our brain gets smaller than the usual pace. Technically, it's called brain atrophy or cerebral atrophy, right? That is in medicine. You see, the brain with age gets smaller, but at a slow pace. So our brain, even at the age 100 or even 110 or 90, we're supposed to be independent with good cognitive condition, the ability to plan, reason, and be on your own. But unfortunately, there could be some factors or reasons why the brain can get smaller earlier than usual. That is shrink, medically called cerebral atrophy or brain atrophy. What are the 7 reasons? Reason number 1 or cause number 1 is low fitness levels. It means lack of exercise. When you exercise, it actually helps the body to make use of the food nutrients or the nutrients and the oxygen getting to your brain and other organs. And research has proven that. So lack of exercise can lead to brain atrophy or quick shrinkage of the brain. Number 2 reason is vascular damage. Vascular, that means the arteries, the blood vessels, the plumbing system which carries blood everywhere in the body, including the brain. Here, the smaller arteries which directly supplies blood to the brain can easily be damaged as a result of high pressure and very low pressure. So the difference is not good for small arteries in the brain. That can cause damage to these small arteries, that is arterioles, and that can lead to quicker or faster pace of brain shrinkage. Number 3 reason is social isolation. Loneliness is known to reduce the volume of the brain because there's no challenge for the brain if you're alone, you don't communicate, you don't do anything. So social isolation, we are social beings, so it's important to mingle with others, to talk, to communicate. It's important. The next reason is injuries. Number 4. Injuries typically is stroke. Stroke happens when blood flow to part of the brain is interrupted. So the supply of oxygen, rich blood, and nutrients can be cut off, and in a few minutes, stroke happens. The neurons, the brain cells, the neurons will die, and the affected place then will affect the person, movement, and speech. So stroke happens. After that, it can lead to atrophy or shrinkage of the brain. Traumatic brain injuries. Traumatic brain injuries like falls or vehicle accident or hit on the head can also lead to brain atrophy. Number 5, that is diseases and disorders. Here, Alzheimer's, that is the most common form of dementia. Dementia, we have 10 types of dementia. The most common form is Alzheimer's. It's 60 to 80% of the cases of dementia cases. Normally, when it happens, Alzheimer's is due to blood flow, restriction of blood flow to the brain with oxygen and nutrients. The brain doesn't have enough, and research has shown that it's a huge contributor to dementia. So the brain needs blood with oxygen and nutrients. So Alzheimer's is a typical disease that can lead to atrophy or shrinkage. Cerebral palsy is, of course, it is a disorder caused by brain development in the womb, but it's not a common occurrence, but it does happen sometimes. Multiple sclerosis is an immune system disorder. Here, the immune system attacks the myelin sheath, the covering around the nerves in the brain. So it removes that, and that can lead to atrophy or shrinkage of the brain. Number 6 reason is infections. Infection, example, AIDS, or inflammation of the brain, or neurosyphilis. Neurosyphilis is disease that damages the brain and its protective covering. Okay. Number 7 reason, and the key reason, is heart disease. That is cardiovascular disease. When the heart is weak and it cannot pump well, and when the plumbing system, that is the arteries, the vascular system, is thick and narrow, and blood cannot get into the brain well, the brain can shrink very quickly, and other disorders like dementia even can set in. Beloveds, you're listening to me, you may not have any of this problem, the brain shrinking, but you have a chronic problem. If you have any chronic disease, like diabetes, heart problems, kidney problems, chronic kidney disease, hepatitis, one phone call away and your life will never be the same. If you're calling outside the UK, it's +44 738 464 7300. If you're calling within the UK, it's 0738 464 7300. Share this number, be a blessing to somebody, and God will bless you for that. If you want to know more about your health, your body, can go to my YouTube channel, put in Dr. James Natural link, Dr. James Natural link, and go there. There are over 400 videos there or presentations there. Share the videos, be a blessing to somebody, and subscribe so you don't miss any of the weekly programs I put on this platform. Thank you so much for